Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sorry, video cut off again. So where were we? I was talking about the harful jar. So we were talking about fi meaning in, summa is then, min means from, ala means on, and ila means to. So giving an example, Zahaba rajulu ilal masjidi. So this means the man went to the masjid. Went, Zahaba. Al-rajulu means the man. To is ila. Al-masjid is the masjid. Now, just to recap on the rules, when you have alif lam in front of a word, so this word is rajulu and you've got alif lam in front of it, the last letter, it becomes a dhamma. So the word would have been rajulun. So when you prefix alif lam, it becomes ar-rajulu. So it becomes from a tanween, it becomes a single dhamma. So you've got dhammatain, rajulun, it becomes rajulu. And the important thing, another rule that we're learning now, is that the important thing to remember is when you have a harful jar, so for example, ila here, in front of a word, then the ending will become kasra. As you can see, it'll be in a state of majroor. So masjidu, because it's got alif lam prefix to it, it would go from, like, for I've just explained this point, so I'll just show you. No, it's using a different example, so I'll explain it anyway. So I use the example madrasa. So madrasa, the default word is always in a state of it's gonna always be in a dhamma state, so dhammatain state. So madrasatun, yeah. And so we've got the word madrasatun, and this becomes the state of marfu becomes al madrasatu when we have the prefix alif lam. So the madrasa, it becomes dhammatain to dhamma, as you can see. Madrasatun becomes al madrasa. And then when we have a harfi jar, then it becomes madrasati. So it becomes in a state of kasra, as you can see, madrasati. So from tun to tu to ti. That's giving one example. So again, going across to that page, ilal masjidi, we can see masjidi, it becomes in a state of kasra. So what do we call a state of kasra? We call it majroor, in a state of kasra. Ilal masjidi. So I've just labeled, like the first one is a fi'l, went. Ar-rajulu is ism, a name of something. Harf is a particle which joins the words together. And masjid is referring to the masjid. So the sentence is, the man went to the masjid. And give another example. قرأ الطالب في المدرسة. So here we have a fi'l, an ism, a harf. The harf is the fi'l, and here again an ism. The student read in the madrasa. So قرأ refers to reading, read. الطالب is the student. In is fi'l. Fi is il. Al madrasa is the madrasa. Fil madrasati. So the student read in the madrasa. Giving another example. كتب زيد كتاب في البيت. So what does that mean? I missed it outside to write it, squish it in. So this means Zaid wrote a letter in the house. Now the next word, Nasara Hamidun Bakran fi shari'i. So what does that mean? Hamid helped Bakr in the street. And I just wanted you to notice, for the sisters who are not familiar, if you can see that word fi shari'i, it's not fil shari'i. Why is there no alif lam there? Even though we have the alif lam, we don't pronounce it. The fa, letter fa, it joins into the sheen and it has a tashdid. Why does that happen? Fi shari'i. And this is due to it being a Shamsi letter. Another thing that we have to learn is that my camera's not picking up the words, it's just a bit blurred, so I'm just saying what the words are. It's a Shamsi letter, and a Shamsi letter, those letters, if they come in front of a harful jar, these join onto the Shamsi letter, and it has a tashdeed with it. So fish shari'i, not fil shari'i. So that's one point to note down, sisters. So Hamid helped Bakr in the street. Another example, رأيت كوكبا في السماء. It means I saw a star in the sky. So also this is the fi'l, this is the ism, this is the harf, and this is the ism again. And here we have fi السماء. Again, when the harf jar comes, remember the word which it joins with, it becomes in a state of kasra. Sama'i. It is not sama'u, it's sama'i. Here, fi shari'i. It's not fi shari'u, because when a harf jar comes, it becomes in a state of kasra. So always remember that when a harf jar comes, it's always in a state of kasra. So this is what I wanted to talk about, the harful jars, and these words fi, thumma, min, ala, ila are some examples of harful jar and words, and we need to learn them all. So I'd like you to copy out this page and really learn all the words, because we will need to be familiarize ourselves with these words, and we'll need to use them when we're forming sentences, because these words will often come up many times. So another point I've just mentioned is min. So when we have the word min is from, but you know when we have do we not have an example here? I think that I forgot to put an example down. Anyway, the word min, when an alif lam, say for example this word, it would be minal madrasati. So if you have min, this word min, join into this word, it would be minal madrasati, not min madrasati. So when there's an alif lam, when min is in front of a word with an alif lam, it becomes minal madrasati, not min madrasati. That was one point I wanted the sisters to note down. And another thing, not to get confused, remember min means from, and man, the word man means, it refers to, the man means who. So don't get confused, okay? So the man means who, like I've wrote here. It's a bit blurred today, it's not coming up, I don't know why. So min means, I'll just say it and then your sisters can write it down. Min means from, and man means who. So I've just wrote here, don't get confused. Yeah, it's to learn the difference. And here I've given the example. It says rajulun, and it says what type of sentence is called. Rajulun, what type of sentence? It's talking about a verbal sentence. So here we have like zahaba. So zahaba, it begins with a verb, so it's a verbal sentence. So that's what it was referring to. Okay, so I hope this video was a little help. Inshallah, I'll speak to you soon, sisters. Wassalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.